What it do, youngin'?
Hey.
Appreciate you meeting with me.
Yeah, you can, thank my agent for that.
Yeah? He happened to mention why I wanted to sit down?
Nah, you know, just told me to keep an open mind.
So when you moving to a new spot?
Oh, you know, a couple weeks back.
I still remember my first check, man. Had the little Knicks logo in the top corner. Next day, I went out and bought me a watch or a Frosty. 3 weeks later, on the road in Miami, hit up Mansion post game, and the next morning, woke up, poof, 200 large, gone.
You heard of insurance?
I thought I was gonna play forever. Like Vince Carter, collecting a paycheck and a pension. Last thing I remember was James Harden's grin. He hit me with that half cross, half carry thing he likes to do, and I'm waiting for the step back, and the next thing I see, black. Woke up in Cedars. Mama was sitting there with a Bible on her lap while the doctor told her that I had hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. Means my heart muscles were so swollen the blood couldn't pass through no more. Doctor told me I could never play ball again. It's the worst day of my life. The hoop was my identity, man. It was my reason. After that, man, I just spun out, you know? People try to reach out, you know, all the dudes from around the league that you'd expect. Oh, try to make me feel better, but I wasn't hearing them. Wasn't long before I was back in my mama's crib in Jersey. Same single bed, flat broke. It's amazing how quick the cheese melts. Humbling. Comes for us all. Matter of fact, I still remember the first time I saw you playing the Dykeman. You was a freshman. So cocky, you'd make LeVar Ball blush.
Oh, all right. So that's why you took my ankles, huh? Man, I remember. People still send me gifts of that.
That's why you so salty, huh? Man, you are competitive. Hey. I get it. No one likes to clown it. Man, the reason I did that, though, man, you was out there stealing my shine, man. I couldn't just relinquish the crown, man. It's Dykeman.
I know, man. They never let you forget.
Right? Man. So we good?
Yeah, man, we good.
All right. See, the real reason I'm here, man, I want to manage you.
Oh, okay.
Look,
yo, man, have you ever managed anyone?
I mean, technically, you're the first player I've ever even approached about this, but wait. You know, the last few years, I was coaching AAU, and I was finishing up my finance degree. You know, I've been paying my dues.
Look, I don't know, man. Like, what's an undrafted free agent even need with a manager? You know, agent and lawyer got me covered.
No. Listen, they're deal makers. I handle the day-to-day. I'm talking media, endorsements. For instance, how much you paying for this crib, huh?
I don't know, 6.
6. It's a new apartment building over on Park that's willing to let you live there rent-free if you just mention them on social media. I got a car dealership and a furniture warehouse that's willing to do the same thing. That's a new crib and a new car gratis. I mean, it might not be glamorous, but listen, you gotta think about this. Do you want to be the kid with the frosty wrists? Or the one with the diversified portfolio, huh? Look, our paths wouldn't even pass the sobriety test. But we made it back. You're survivors. The real ones. Just imagine what we could do together, man. That's all I'm asking. Just imagine it, man.
Hey, you know what? I don't have to think about it. I'm in.
the game even if they don't have a console play.
Then they open their arms.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here.
I miss you too,
and I'm
Ernie.
really happy that Kenny and Shaq are here,
I
too.
miss you too, Ernie.
Yeah, me too. In this game, we'll see the Charlotte Hornets going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, for the Bucks, we've heard from their players, coaches, front office. This team has high hopes entering the regular season. And I'll tell you, nothing would be more satisfying to
This is it. Opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. We'll see the Charlotte Hornets defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. This game against Milwaukee here, it's their first look to start the season. The previous season series split right down the middle. These teams were quite evenly matched.
And last year, an entertaining season series between the two ended up battling to a draw.
Yeah, these two teams were so similar in so many ways last season, both in the standings and on the court. Very interested to find out who has the edge this time around.
Before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge down on the sideline. David?
Thanks very much. Well, unusual circumstances for AI. This opening night is just the second regular season game he's ever played. Now, AI said he's looking forward to being part of the process this time from the very beginning. And after what he had to deal with last year, that makes sense. Kevin?
Thank you for that, David. You think back to when AI made his debut at the end of last season. Just a whirlwind of time for him, guys.
You know, it must have felt like being dropped onto a moving treadmill. And being asked to keep pace. I'm sure AI will appreciate having a more typical start to his first full NBA season.
Opening night is upon us. Every team looking to come out of the gate strong. As we know, only half are going to get to the end.
Don't tell him that, Kevin.
I know you can't.
Let it breathe a little bit.
Yeah.
It is a long season. The teams, as we've seen in the past, sometimes what we're watching here tonight, 6 or 7 members of that team might not be on it come February. So got to temper your expectations. Watch the way guys have maybe improved from last season coming into this season. Excited about young teams and the opportunity of their potential, but things can change quickly in this league.
But don't you love the optimism at this time of year?
No doubt about it. Everybody's fired up for the opportunity to show what it is, especially as a player, what you worked on in the offseason to bring it to the hardwood and show your coaching staff the type of work you put in.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Middleton and Giannis around. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Batum, good.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Lopez passes to Brogdon. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Batum, a 3-ball, and he sinks it from deep. 3-pointer good from AI. And just looking back at AI and how he started his NBA career, what a way to make an entrance into the league in a pressure-packed situation, Greg, like this.
Yeah, and a lot of players would have been overwhelmed, but AI was instrumental in getting the win and helping the team secure a playoff berth. What an incredible moment it was for him in an NBA debut.
There's the pick. Back to Antetokounmpo. He used that pick to get in close. Antetokounmpo's got his first basket of the night.
I like how Giannis is inviting a little bit more contact and no longer shying away from it. Well, Chris Middleton is such a versatile scorer, and because he has the ability to put the ball down on the floor, sometimes defenders are not as willing to close out to him, but last year was in the 74th percentile in spot-up jump shots. It can be devastating from there.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Lopez. AI outside. Lopez a screen. Here's AI. Just 5 to shoot. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. For 3, Brogdon. The shot comes out, and Charlotte will go the other way with it. There's Walker with the 3. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. And a wide open look for AI. No good from outside. Charlotte trailing. Over in the corner, Batum. Buries it from 3-point range. Batum's got a couple of threes now in the first for Charlotte.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
AI kicks to Middleton. Pass to Brogdon. Lopez, a screen on Walker. Here's AI. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. AI's got 5.
That's an encouraging sign. The willingness of Brogdon to just give it up. I want to see more of that.
Brogdon against Walker. The kick out to Williams. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Williams has got his first basket.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
There's the screen. Here's Antetokounmpo. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Hornets lead by 2. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Malcolm Brogdon was the 2016-17 NBA Rookie of the Year. We spoke about Giannis Antetokounmpo and his willingness to listen and learn.
He's going to listen, whether you're giving him advice, even as a rookie.
Yeah, that's very rare indeed. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Williams, he's checked in for Kaminsky. Batum comes in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Lamb, he's checked in for Monk. And It's Kemba Walker in for Parker. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Tyler Zeller. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for John Henson. AI is checked in for Muhammad. And Brogdon subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. Antetokounmpo against Batum. Here's AI. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. Who do you think is best at converting off his offhand?
I really do like Mike Conley in Memphis when he gets to, and I love his timing on it, Kevin, that running right-hand hook shot that he shoots from about 8 feet. And one of the reasons I'm so enamored with it is because Mike will shoot it in the fourth quarter with under 30 seconds to go on a critical possession. That to me screams of confidence. A tremendous offhand by Mike Conley.
When it means the most, he'll use that move.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that Kyrie Irving won't do it with his left in Boston, but you know, Mike Conley pulls it out at some of the moments where you just say, wow, a right-handed runner with 40 seconds to go, fourth quarter, good on you, Mike Conley.
We've got Hernan Gomez. Kemba Walker is out there with Jeremy Lamb. Then there's Batum, and it's Williams at the power forward position. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kemba Walker helped lead UConn to a national title, but it took some time to hit his stride at the NBA level. Finally became an all-star, but his team is rebuilding in Charlotte. Mitch Kupchak is the new general manager, and James Borrego is the new head coach. Guys?
A terrific player, DA, for sure. Thanks.
Kemba Walker continuing the fine tradition of New York point guards. He should not go unmentioned when you talk about the NBA's best ball handlers.
And the shot is good. The Hornet lead has been cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Brogdon.
Nice to see Brogdon just step into one from the mid-range.
Walker in the post. He's guarded by Brogdon. Shoots from 14, and Charlotte again with the bucket.
Well, he made some kind of adjustment to his game after a poor first half. He's been impressive shooting the ball during the second.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Used the screen and took it all the way.
A little quickness from Antetokounmpo there, blows right past the D.
Over in the corner, Batum. Great look, but off the mark. Got it up. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's Charlotte holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Mike Budenholzer. Coach, probably not the defensive effort you were hoping for thus far.
Yeah, no, our defense.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. You got to like what Nicholas Batum has done in this game. So, a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Zeller, he's checked in for Lopez. Henson comes in for Ilyasova. AI is checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Chris Middleton. Henson, a screen on Kid Gilchrist. AI, that shot misses. Some solid defense from Kid Gilchrist. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. John Henson out there with Zeller. Then it's AI. Then there's Bledsoe. And it's Brogdon in at the 2-guard spot. Bledsoe against Parker. Passes it to Kaminsky. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got 6 assists here tonight.
Yeah, the assist by Parker, just brilliant. Really seeing his teammates out there.
Bledsoe against Kid Gilchrist. Bledsoe passes to Henson. Now, here's Brogdon. D right on him. Henson, a screen on Parker. Off the pick. No good off the front iron.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Kid Gilchrist, the pass to Kaminsky. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Frank Kaminsky, a finesse 7-footer out of Wisconsin. A high skill level, but athletically at a disadvantage most nights.
Kemba Walker's checked in for Charlotte. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Takes the 13-footer and a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And that's now 10 points for Eric Bledsoe. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Pick by Zeller. Walker in the post. He's guarded by Brogdon. Shot's good by Walker. Walker's got the lead up to 13 now for Charlotte. Bledsoe with it. Pick by Zeller. From deep. Unable to get that one. And so it's Charlotte, 13 points up at the end of the period. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. Right back after this break. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And we're rolling here again with the 4th quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Kaminsky and Zeller are the bigs. Tony Parker is out there with Kemba Walker. And it's Kid Gilchrist in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Now, here's AI. He's covered by Kid Gilchrist. They set the screen. Bledsoe outside. Back to AI. Pick by Zeller. Down low. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Zeller's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Bucks. Parker kicks to Zeller. Screened by Parker. Zeller passes to Walker. And a miss there on the triple. Bucks trail by 11. AI outside. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Kid Gilchrist. And Bledsoe has it in the corner. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Cody Zeller. And so it's the Hornets who come out on top. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of.
Hey, AI, interview request for you. Come on.
For me? I barely played.
They want to hear from you.
AI,
What's
Griff
up?
Bryant, thanks for talking to me. Congrats on your debut.
Thank you.
Well, now, you didn't get a chance to contribute much, but I'm always interested in how new players feel with that first game in the books. What'd you think about tonight?
I mean, you know, it was a learning experience, that's for sure. There's a lot of great guys in this team, guys that have been great to give me advice, helpful and help me to get ready for whatever the NBA is going to throw at me. You know, it was an honor to even be a small part of that tonight.
After college, you spent some time in China and then the G League. The NBA must feel like a whole new world.
Yeah, I mean, sort of. You know, I'm still playing basketball, and I'm still part of the team, just like I was in Shanghai, you know, Fort Wayne. But my time in both those places taught me a lot about what it means to be a good teammate. And you know, I just look forward to using that knowledge to help me get some W's.
That's refreshing to hear coming from a player that just finished his first game of the season. Listen, thanks again, AI, and congrats on the debut.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks, Griff. AI, you're good to go.
All right. Thanks, Charlie.
Thank you.
How's it going?
All right, AI, let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
Getting started, man. Let's get started. Hey, he can ball, huh? Watch out!
Hop to it. This is where it counts.
Hey, see you later, man.
Huddle up, folks. Season's just starting. We have a lot of work. Guys, our inability to interpret late-game situations have been costly. We need to do a better job down the stretch.
All right, coaches, let's set it up. Hey, he can ball, huh?
Great practice today. Get out there and put up some more shots.
All right, AI, let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it. You got it. Come on, man. Hey, he can ball, huh?
Okay, keep it moving, fellas. Come on now.
Next time, man. Next time.
Ready to go, coach?
All right, AI, let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
Focus! Focus! Hey, he can ball, huh?
late last night or something? Come on, man. Hey, what you working on? All right, AI, let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it. You got it. Come on, man.
Feeling okay, AI? I mean, the way you played. Sure you're not coming down with something?
Mike Wang here.
Every year, NBA2.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. And our coverage tonight will be coming to you from Milwaukee, where the Bucks will be going up against the Indiana Pacers.
Hey, how you feeling, man?
Doing good, Coach.
Doing good? All right, well, listen, I just want to let you know that I've been talking with the coach. You can be getting some more minutes moving forward, starting tonight.
That's great.
Yeah?
I'll do my best with the time I'm given.
I know you will, man. You're doing well. Keep it up.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. And it's time for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Here with us, basketball expert and is checked in for the Bucks. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for Chris Middleton. Then for the Pacers, Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for Sabonis. And Tyreek Evans subbed in for Bogdanovich. On the court right now for the Pacers. Down low, it's Young and Turner. Oladipo teams with Evans on the perimeter. And it's Collison at the 1. Bill, your long-lost cousin Ben Simmons headlined a tremendous rookie class in 2017. And in fact, people might think it's the best rookie season ever in the history of the league.
A lot of good players. Hey, Simmons, Mitchell, Tatum. Do we count Simmons in that class, though? I guess.
Well, since he won the Rookie of the Year, let's put him in
All
there.
right, we'll put him in there.
Technically.
I think if you come out of a year of rookies and you get one guy who has a chance to be a franchise guy, that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
We had 3. If you're doing 3 a year for 10 years, you have the most ridiculous league of all time. I think the talent ebbs and flows, and we've had stretches. Like, I think last decade, in the 2000s, especially like from about 03 to 07, 08, like we were just short all-stars. We were just short a few guys, and you saw teams like the Nets with Jason Kidd made the finals 2 years in a row, and you saw the Ben Wallace Pistons team actually win the title.
With no superstars.
Right. And you saw, you know, in 06, the Pistons, remember they were on pace to win 70 games, they had 4 All-Stars? The league just wasn't that good, and now it's flipped, and it's so loaded. I think from a talent standpoint, as good as any year since 1993.
Wow, that's a big statement.
Yeah, which 25 years ago, we're just loaded with guys who could be Hall of Famers someday, or, you know, 8-time All-Stars, things like that. So now you look at this 17 class, and Simmons, Mitchell, Tatum, just right there. That's awesome. I still believe in Lonzo, and I still believe in De'Aaron Fox. I think those guys can be All-Stars too.
You can see Turner evolving as a passer. He wants to set his teammates up. That's a pretty look.
Antetokounmpo kicks to AI. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Evans. And Lopez has it in the corner. Offline with his three.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Logged in against Oladipo. Outside Turner. From deep, Evans. That ball. Nice feed that time from Turner. Turner's got 3 assists now in this one. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Bucks lead by 2. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. Well, we've got a minute now. Let's hear what it was like for AI.
I look back on it, and it was just
And that first game must have been a whirlwind for him.
Joining the team when he did with that much on the line, that's a lot of pressure to drop anyone into. AI showed, though, he could handle it and prove to be an asset.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
And through that first period, for me, their work on the glass has been the difference.
Well, they are pounding away on the backboards. Every time that ball goes up, they are ready to go after it.
John Henson out there with Zeller. Then there's Muhammad. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. And it's AI in at the 3. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. You know, Bill, you look at the Pacers from last season, took the Cavs to Game 7, surpassing what a lot of people thought they could do.
Yeah, I think they even surpassed what probably LeBron thought they were going to do.
I think so.
They have a really good home court advantage. It's my favorite arena other than Boston of all the arenas. Yeah, because they built it for basketball. I think a lot of these arenas get built for basketball and hockey, and the fans are a little bit further away and stuff like that. In Indiana, even the corners are right on the court. And if it's the right team in the right atmosphere, it's spectacular.
Great point.
A steady screen set on that play, and the defense disappears. Nice communication between teammates to make that play work.
Feeds it to Young. Pass to McDermott. Young sets a screen for McDermott. 6 to shoot. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, McDermott is working on that interior game because he has size and touch.
Bill, one shot to win a game. You can pick any player. Who's going to take that shot for you?
Kevin Durant. I think he has the most ways to get a good shot off. I always look at it as, is it a quality shot to get off? So he can post the smaller guy up. He can shoot a 3. He's got the pull-up hissy jump.
In a pretty tightly contested game here. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. The eyes checked in for Ilyasova. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Indiana. Evans comes in for Darren Collison. That gives them the lead.
Boy, excellent start to the second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
On the court for Indiana, Oladipo is out there with Evans. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovic. And it's Sabonis in at the 4. The Bucks have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. AI outside. Antetokounmpo kicks to AI. Shot off the pick. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Yeah, the assist has to go to the screen on that play. Gave him all the room he needed to rise and fire.
There's the screen. Oladipo, the pass to O'Quinn. The dish to Evans. It's Oladipo on the wing. Screen by Sabonis. Indiana Indiana again missing.
Yeah, coming off that screen, wide open, just can't convert.
Well, I think, Greg, that's exactly what you want. The screen was solid. The execution just fell a little bit short on the shot.
Not everything fell for him in that first half, and now it looks like they're beginning to hit their stride.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between 3-pointers and 2-pointers tonight for the Pacers. For Indiana, they have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
See, here's yet another second-round pick in Kyle O'Quinn, who has proven himself to be a quality role player. This is a big man who plays with tremendous physicality.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Zeller, he's checked in for Lopez. John Henson comes in for Antetokounmpo. Muhammad, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And Brogdon subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Here's a look now what's coming up for the Milwaukee Bucks. On Monday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the New York Knicks. Then on Wednesday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And for their matchup with the Magic, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Zeller dishes to AI. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. And Zeller kicks to AI. Now here's McDermott. He's guarded by AI. McDermott passes to Evans.
All right, a chance to check out stats for O'Quinn. How he did last season. He was around 7 points per, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he gives them a nice rotation on the front court. He is a quality reserve.
Well, the one thing you can't teach is size. He's not as developed skill-wise as some guys, but certainly a valuable backup for this team.
Zeller dishes to AI. Pass to Muhammad. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Yep, it counts. 9 points for AI.
Boy, what a drastic change going from so sound defensively in the first half to not close to that in the second.
Joseph against Brogdon. Stolen by Brogdon. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Brogdon's got the lead up to 10 now for Milwaukee.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And O'Quinn kicks to McDermott. Just 5 on the clock. Over AI. Nice shot by McDermott.
That's the in-between game of Doug McDermott on display. He continues to get better with that over time.
Henson with the screen. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's Milwaukee holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And let's listen in on what Nate McMillan had to say to his team.
Yeah, everything is a jump shot.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Then for the Pacers, Bogdanovich comes in for Darren Collison. And it's Victor Oladipo in for Corey Joseph. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so they foul intentionally. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
And with the time remaining, I'm just not seeing it.
No, nor am I, Greg. There's no question. They're too far behind. Not their best effort, for sure.
And for 3, Collison sinks it. And now they trail by just 4.
Wow, Allison, unafraid, game hanging in the balance, no problem.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity strike to close this one out.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They're down by 6. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And I'm not sure the 2-point bucket does much here. I think they got to go for 3.
Unless it's an and one, a 2-pointer makes no sense. Unfortunately for them, the defense knows this too.
Turner passes to Oladipo. Back to Turner. Oladipo outside. Here's the 3. No good. And so the Bucks take the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. See you next time.
Oh, hey, AI.
What's up?
Griff has a few questions for you. Right this way.
Okay, sure. Yo, what's up, Griff? How you doing, man?
AI, you really had a breakout game tonight. What would you say contributed most to your performance?
Well, I've been working hard in practice, and my teammates have been a big help in helping me get my game up to speed. Long way to go, but it was nice to see some of that hard work pay off tonight.
A team player, of course. Probably helps that you got the win too.
I mean, that's always the #1 goal, yeah. But my teammates wanted just as much as I do, and it was great to be able to play a larger role in helping us to get the W.
Spoken like a true veteran. Thanks again, AI.
Sure thing.
Thanks, Griff.
We all set? How we doing?
Yeah, great interview. You're good to go. Thanks.
Thanks, Griff.
Thank you.
How's it going? All right, AI, let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do. See you want to work on your three-point shooting. Let's get set up. Okay, keep moving, fellas. Come on now. I see you, AI. AI. See you want to work on your three-point shooting. Let's get set up. All right, AI, let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
I like to shake 'em and break 'em. Straight to the hole, I'ma take 'em. Already know I'ma make it, because I'm an ankle bully. You need your ankle brace. Run from the ankle bully, cause I'm your ankle breaker. You know I'm the ankle bully, so don't get your ankles taken. Don't even step on the court unless you got some ankle support. If you want a number, this one ain't hurt, nobody is stopping that boy. I got the game on a string, feel like it's glued to my hand. If you think you're taking the ball, that mean I'm losing my hand. I'm cooking them ankles for breakfast. Look how I make them scramble, just like the pots in the pans. You know I came with a handle. I know you wish you could stop me. Nobody's blowing that candle. Watch how I rock on the sleep. You better bring your pajamas. Look how they slipping and falling. I got them going bananas. I got an ankle bully graveyard. Give me your ankles to bury it. This is an ankle under investigation. Y'all gotta guess who did it. The ankle bully was playing. You better take 'em and lace 'em. I like to shake 'em and break 'em. Straight to the hole, I'ma take 'em. Already know I'ma make it, because I'm an ankle bully. You need your ankle brace. Run from the ankle bully, cause I'm your ankle breaker. You know I'm the ankle bully, so don't get your ankles taken.
Oh,
Hi, I'm Veronica, Nikyl's partner. Check for you.
great. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Hey, you back already?
Yeah, you got anything for me?
Not right now, man. Check back later.
Okay, thanks.
Kind of a game within the game.
All right, so while I have you here, is that
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Our game tonight featuring the New York Knicks as they go up against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Well, for the Bucks, after splitting their first two games of the season, tonight's game gives them a chance to get their record over the 500 mark and make
Greetings, everyone. 2K Sports brings you the NBA. I'm Kevin Hart, and we've got time for a...
Well, Kevin...
He wants to win in Milwaukee, DA. Can they help him get there? Early on in the season, some players locked and loaded, others trying to find their groove. Clark, did you? And the Bucks with some changes. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Lopez. AI comes in for Ilyasova. And Brogdon subbed in for Chris Middleton. Then for the Knicks, Kazanya, he's checked in for Porzingis. Lee comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Trey Burke subbed in for Ntilikina. And New York, looking at who they've got, Knox out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Burke. Then it's Hezonja. And it's Lee in at the two-guard spot. Shot's good by Bledsoe.
Tell you what, anytime guards get to the glass, I think it energizes the whole team. You got to respect the hustle of Bledsoe there.
Burke, the pass to Knox. Cantor with a screen on Antetokounmpo. It's Hezonja in the corner. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Well, you got to really get into Hezonja's airspace because he's looking to pull as soon as that ball hits his hands.
And a wide open look for AI. Nailed from three-point land. AI's got his first 3 points of the game. New York leading by 4. 1:03 left to play in the first quarter. Burke kicks to Lee. There's a screen by Cantor. 6 on the shot clock. Lee against Bledsoe. Got a hand on it. Now here's Brogdon. He's guarded closely. Count that bucket. AI's got 5.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Passes it to Hezonja. We've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. And the Bucks with some changes. John Henson's checked in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Eric Bledsoe. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Baker's checked in. The Knicks shooting their first free throws of the game right now. That's good from Cantor. The Knicks making a switch here. Moutier's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throws.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Good on the triple. That's now 8 points for AI. The Knicks with the lead. Now Moutier kicks to Cantor. Over Zeller. And there's Enes Kanter on the assist for Moutier. And it's 6 points for Enes Kanter.
Can't be thrown any better. That bounce pass hit him right in stride.
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Knicks lead by 3. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Ntilikina has established himself as a legit defender.
Defense is 80% of will, and
a young player with an advanced understanding of defense, and his length gives him an edge.
And his defense is something he enjoys. If he can put it all together at both ends, he's a player you can build around.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Well, already in the first period, they found ways to get this offense ramped up.
Yeah, nice beginning so far. This is how you play out of the gate.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, we've got John Henson, Malcolm Brogdon out there with Matthew Dellavedova. Then it's Zeller, and it's AI in at the 3 spot. Porzingis passes to Moutier. And Moutier throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
AI outside. The shot's good from Henson. Henson's got the lead up to 1 now for Milwaukee.
Yeah, nice job that time by Henson, utilizing his size. Perfect.
And Clark, you look at the Bucks roster. What's the biggest area of need in your opinion?
The question mark I see is the center position, Kevin. Von Maker might have some upside and could very well fill that void, but they lack a presence in there now.
Shot off the screen, and there are the Bucks with another bucket. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Bucks.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
5 to shoot, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. Clark, when you're evaluating young players, and you see a lot of them at the college ranks and certainly in the early years in the NBA, aside from their talents between the lines, which qualities tell you this kid has a chance to be special?
A couple of things. Humility, understanding their ability, but also recognizing they still got work to do. That's one of the great qualities anybody can have. Work ethic, self-starting, and then you try to see if, in fact, they've worked through some challenges. How have they handled adversity? I mean, when you look at those things and couple them with talent, now you've got somebody that you feel like can be special.
Frank Ntilikina is checked in for the Knicks. That's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. Here's a look at what's coming up for New York. On Wednesday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Miami Heat. Then on Friday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors.
And when you look at that Pacers matchup, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
AI outside. That 3 off the mark.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
They set the pick. Here's Ntilikina. Lopez grabs the board.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Lopez a screen. Here's AI. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Kristaps Porzingis, standing 7'3". He's played power forward early in his NBA career, but with that height, his future.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. It's the Knicks. They're up by... Third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Really an incredible game. And the Bucks with some changes. AI comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Chris Middleton. Then for the Knicks, Lee comes in for Cantor. And it's Moutier in for Frank Ntilikina.
It's going to take more than that to stop Bledsoe now. Come on. I mean, this guy excels at taking contact and handling punishment on the way up.
And New York, looking at who they've got. We've got Hardaway. Knox out there with Lee. And there's Emmanuel Moutier. And it's Porzingis in at the center. They set the pick. AI in the post. Defended by Moutier. AI with the bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Antetokounmpo setting the pick for AI. And that's good from Antetokounmpo on the assist by AI.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Ilyasova against Porzingis. Back to Lee. New York needs to get off a shot. 20 feet out. Count it. Good. Porzingis has got 12 in the game.
And I think they're winning because of him. I mean, he's hitting a lot of his shots right now.
Ilyasova a screen. Doubled by Lee. Takes the 13-footer. Ilyasova can't hit. The Knicks leading by 7. Lee kicks to Hardaway. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Dellavedova. Over Hardaway. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Dellavedova's got his second basket of the game.
Dellavedova is used to keeping his focus on the rim and doesn't pay any attention to the defense.
Porzingis passes to Lee. Back to Porzingis. Pass to Knox. Here's the screen. It's thrown bound to Kumbo. Here's Dellavedova. The shot's good. And now just a 3-point Knicks lead.
And you know, Dellavedova can be quite unpredictable at times, especially when shooting that floater. That unpredictability plays to his advantage.
Moutier with the ball. He's got 7. The pass to Porzingis.
And, you know, Porzingis plays with such fearlessness. I love that about him. And he's also a big guy with some agility and endless range. This guy has in-the-gym range, if anybody has that.
He hits both from the stripe. From deep. And no good trying to get that one. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry? Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The 4th quarter of action getting started. They've got AI. Brogdon out there with Muhammad. Then it's John Henson, and it's Zeller in at the 5 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
And the shifty Hazonia now. He's tricky and crafty. That unpredictable playing style gives him an advantage on his drives.
The shot by Brogdon wide open. Connects from 3-point range.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Right side Porzingis. Cantor trying to free himself up. Nice shot by Porzingis.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Brogdon kicks to AI. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. And that's now 17 points for AI. New York leading by 3. Passes to Hazonia. And Tyler Zeller's going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second. And so the Bucks take the win. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports.